What's up, my brothers and sisters? It's your boy Juice. Just doing an up-to-date earthquake check. And the ground has been shaking and rumbling here all day, since last night. Uh, Me and my pops were outside looking at the moon, because he was like, man, look at the moon. I didn't even realize it was going to be a full moon. My pops came out with me, and he was like, man, check out the moon. Like, I looked at the moon, and it was a full moon, and like I remember, and I was like telling my pops, man, you know, because it was kind of reddish too. And I remember telling my pops, I was like, man, don't, there's probably gonna be some earthquakes, right? Like, now this is a little bit different. I usually look all the time here because there's usually a circle right here. I mean, it's very defined, and today is just a little bit different. I haven't quite seen that before. It usually is a circle. You got all these caverns, you got all this magma movement. At the moment, it is gyrating very lightly. Okay? I'm talking so light and so fast. I don't know if any of you have seen the video of my lamp shaking, but the lamp was literally shivering. My lamp in my house was shivering like it was cold. It was like like the glass plate. And there's the V. I've watched this thing right here every night, and look how powerful it's gotten. It's literally putting a boom out of there. There. See all these little boom right there. Bang. You see that boom? That's the first time I've seen a boom from there. Now, you can go back on my old videos and watch this slowly, gradually get stronger over time. Okay? I've been saying these things and recording this stuff for a long time. And I mean, I could hear it to where like nobody else could, man. Like I had like these ears to hear, right? Like it's like hundreds of different noises. I wish I could describe all of them. And I've done my best to my ability to warn people and describe. See all these pew-pews coming out of New York? Right there. Watch. Right there. See it? And then you'll see where the earthquake happened right here is pushing down here. New York's pushing the energy this way. You can see all the fuzz and interference and electromagnetivity. See, look, there's circles everywhere. Okay? See the circles? See, it almost looks like an electric stove, right? And it's got that coil. Or like an old school coffee maker. And it's got like that coil thing that just gets hot, right? And burn the hell out of your hand. Well, that's what it looks like, man. It's a bunch of like coils. Or like a ripple. Like if you were to throw a rock in the water and create like this, what it looks like. And it's probably what it is, really. It's an infrasonic noise. It's like a bass, but it's to where you cannot hear it. There's bass, there's ultrasonic, and then there's infrasonic. Bass, and then there's highs and there's lows, okay? The highs you probably can't even hear either. The highs you probably hear more than anything because that's why your ears are probably ringing, okay? That's probably why like sometimes the sound drops because it's changing. And I notice like when the moon comes out, it's more like a bass. And when the sun is out, it's more like a high-pitched ringing, like bells or like one of those bowls, right? It's all and then the moon is when the booms happen. So at night, these get worse and they're still on during the day. They used to turn off, but not anymore. I don't know how much more I can explain. It's like a tugboat pulling on our gravity and electromagnetism, an outside celestial body. Think of it that way. We are the ship and it is the tugboat. And every time it orbits us, it's pulling on our magnetism, which pulls all this magma up top, which is causing. There's volcanoes essentially everywhere. There's here one. There's there one right here. There's 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 a bunch over here. There's a bunch over here. There's a bunch over here. Right? And then there's a bunch over here. 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 There's a bunch. There's volcanoes everywhere, man. As a matter of fact, we're probably living on top of a bunch that have been dormant and sleeping.